Hello guys, Nick Z. Just a short update on what I've been working on. The TL circuit seems to be working pretty good. Right now it's running basically with no snubbers, just these two blue caps on the MOSFETs. The probes are on the drains, and this is the... Sorry about that dog. This is the capacitor there that I added for the Oleg snubber there. So it's got a couple of diodes on the end and a 460 ohm resistor. So my board's pretty much as it's always been. Just the addition of these caps here. I'm still waiting for my resistors, the carbon resistors. We'll see what I get. But I wanted to show you a little bit of the effect. Now I've been controlling the device so that it doesn't go into the avalanche chaotic mode, because when it does, this one FET here just gets way too hot. I mean, it just, in a matter of seconds it's untouchable. So it's not going to work, even if that's where the magic lies or whatever. I have to keep that spike down. So I've been working on this. I have a switch here for the Kacher, and another switch here for the induction circuit. So I have my my yoke hooked up. This is the little indicator that I use, and it hasn't been turning on with this yoke so far, so I don't know, maybe it's burned out or something. I don't know, it hasn't turned on. So the Kacher is working. It's connected to 24 volts. I have a fan from this 12 volt battery here to the MOSFETs, and it's on right now. It's just, it's not a very strong fan. The transistor on this Kacher heats up more, and I'll have to control that somewhat too. But anyway, here's the device. Let me turn off this light here, and funny thing that when I turn on just the Kacher, you can see that the center bulb lights up. And now this is just the Kacher, right? So there is some kind of interaction there between the high voltage and the and that. So this is when I turn. Now let me turn off the Kacher a second. Okay. Now I'm going to turn on the induction circuit, and again, these probes are on the drains rather, on the drains. So okay, so here goes the induction circuit. Okay, this is a 50 watt bulb on this right now. The peaks are 230 volts more or less. Okay, and here's the Kacher addition onto it. I'll back it up a little bit so you can see when I turn it on. Okay, I'm going to turn it on now, and that's with the Kacher. Okay, so again, the camera dims the light somewhat, but I'm going to turn off the Kacher, turn on the Kacher, turn off the Kacher. Okay, and this is what it looks like over here. Right now the induction circuit, the MOSFETs are running cold for the time being. They're running right now. The Kacher is off at the moment so that it doesn't overheat on me. This is what the scope shot looks like. Basically it's running with no snubbers on, no snubber resistors anyway, just the capacitors. Okay, so again with the Kacher on, and you can see that brightness, it dims it, but off, on, off. You can see the signal on the scope doesn't change all that much. It kind of stays basically where it's steady right there at 230 volts. Here's the Kacher again. Kacher off. Induction circuit off. Just with the Kacher on that 50-watt bulb. And okay, so what I've done is I've been trying to control the voltage and the spikes so that they don't go at least over 230 volts, because I can get some of that effect at 230 volts and higher, but I can't get it under 200 volts. Under 200 volts, that transistor doesn't go into avalanche or the chaotic mode or whatever it does, and I can't kick it into doing anything. I mean, all I do, I put on the Kacher and it's exactly the same. So there's no additional light. With this way, at least there's some additional light. Right now the Kacher is on. It's just the Kacher. You can see the neon are lit. I've got a couple down below there. They're going off. So this is the 50-watt bulb, and here is the induction circuit on top. Okay, so that flash that you see, that's what I'm really looking at. And then it just dims it. I'll get back a little bit further. It's off, Kacher's off, Kacher is on. Okay, so that's basically the basic starting of the tuning. I can add more bulbs and so forth, but it's hard to keep that resonant point where the Kacher is actually doing something to the induction circuit with the bigger bulbs so far. It's hard for me to kick it into that resonant point. I have done it, but if it goes into the avalanche mode, then I just fry the FETs, and I need to get those resistors on the snubber so I can continue on without killing these MOSFETs. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you this quick little update here. Yeah, the Kacher's working fine. It has about 5-6 millimeter streamers the way it is, without any ferrite in it. I haven't been using ferrite in the grenade either. And at times I do have a magnet in here in the yoke. You see if I can pull it out. It gets stuck in there from the magnetism, but I do use this magnet to kick it into resonance. That peak, I get it in there and turn it around, and it'll kick it into resonance somewhere, and sometimes it just won't do it on its own. It's a tricky thing finding that point. It's no easy feat. And then every time you change anything, a capacitor, a bulb, or anything, it changes that, and sometimes you can't find it again. And at least I haven't. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking this out, and let me know what you think. I'm still working on it all. It's not a done deal. This is just without going into the avalanche mode. The MOSFETs were cold this time. They're still cold. The only thing it gets a little hot is this transistor here, but that's no big deal. I can cut that down, cut the voltage down. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, and have a good one.